Hey there fairies, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode we're gonna have a closer look on a doll which I got, which is the Witchy Toys Tecna Mythix transformation doll. I got her in box as well as out of the box, and I'm gonna show you what they look like. We're gonna start with the doll inside the box so we can see like how she's packaged and stuff, and then we're gonna jump right in and see the details why she's outside the box. The reason which is why I got her twice is that I bought her, then I unpackaged her, and then I was like, I'm gonna get all the other Mythix dolls as well, and I didn't want to unbox them as well, so I was like just gonna get her inbox a second time now so that I got the whole collection of it. Like I said, we're gonna start with her inside the box, which is this one. And we do have it on here, Winx logo on the top. We have a pretty huge box with like pinkish transformation in the back paper. Then we do have new Winx series season 6 and Mythix fairy transformation, which is kind of weird on here because the picture, that's not Mythix, that's Syrenix. So beside of that, the box is pretty sparkly and cute. We do have the option that we can like remove the rings, and we do also have the option of a fairy staff so that she can basically do her magic tricks with it, which is kind of nice to have one. But as always, the witchy dolls are not that unique to compare with the Mattel dolls. So all the Winx do have like the same kind of staff. They sometimes come in different colors, but for example, Stella and Layla do have both the same purple staffs, so that's kind of odd. I don't know why they did that and why they didn't give every fairy a different staff, but maybe they picked them randomly, I don't know. But yeah, Tecna got, I think, the only staff here which is a blue one. Musa got a turquoise, Flora does have a green one, and the other three fairies do have a purple one, which is kind of odd because I don't know if it fits to the outfit because purple is inside there, but I don't want to talk about that right now, I think. So further on in her box, we can't really see her shoes, but we can see that they go up pretty high. We do have like her in her dress displayed. She is tied down. Her hair is not really placed well in the box, but I think that is because Tecna dolls come always with like really crispy hair, so sometimes they just look really weird. So that doll is what I ended up with, which is like not my favorite I could have got. But then we do have a Mythix app card where you can basically get free stuff on the app, which is, I tried it out, not necessary I think, but if you enjoy it, go for it. So this is the front. Like I said, it's pretty sparkly and pink, but it's not that much of a different as the other boxes because they all have the same color scheme, just like with other fairies down here. So on the other side, if I flip the box, you can see all the other like fairy transformation fairies you can get inside the box. It's always the same, like all the other boxes do have this kind of option as well. We got always Bloom on the side and the other fairies in the middle. And basically that's it to the back, so it's not really special in comparison to, like I said, other doll packaging, but I think it's still pretty nice, and it's like a lot easier to clean instead of a box from Mattel. So let's go ahead and look at this fairy. She is pretty cool. Like I said, she comes with a little staff which you can also hold in her hand if you like really make her to, but it works. Then going up from the bottom to the top, which is like really cool, she's wearing really high boots which are like looped around her leg to the top, and on the top you got like a floral kind of embroidery option here, I think it is supposed to be. And the shoes are really cool, so I really love them. They are like fixed with a little rubber band as well, so they don't like fall off or so. Then onwards to her dress, it's like really close to the original dress in the series, and you can tell that she does have like a main blue dress which is like really glittery, but the glitter is coming off, but not that badly, I can say. Then down here we have like a little green and blue flower, and we got a little bit of a ruffle on here. It's like basically a one holder, and on the other side you can see a like really see-through straps so that the dress doesn't slip down. So that's pretty nice, I think, with what they did there. So going upwards to her wings, they're really light, they are flapping, as you can tell. You can also take them off if you would like to. They always have like this kind of Winx X in the back, and so you can basically put every Winx from Witty on another doll. So I think that's quite cool, but not for sellers, because sometimes you end up with different Winx on different dolls, which is quite weird, and sometimes you just don't get any Winx at all because they went missing because someone took them off. I think that's kind of annoying. Anyway, the Winx are really in a sparkly-ish purple and greenish color, and like I said, they can just flap like this. They are a little bit see-through, but on the back they are like really plain, so it's just pretty if you see her from the front. Next up, on her face, she got really crunchy hair like nearly every Tecna doll has. She got a really light and a really dark purple pinkish color in her hair, and she does have one looking over her eyes, which is like really hard to place. Like I showed you the one in the box, which is like really ugly in there. So further on, she does have really pinkish lips and a little bit of blush, and then a really rosy tone on her eyelids, and then the eyebrows are like in a really brownish color, which is kind of weird, I think. Anyway, the eyeshadow is a little bit sparkly as well. So that's nearly everything to this doll, just except from one thing, which is she is bendable, which means I can move her head in like left and right. I can move her arms, which is like normal as well. I can bend her in the hip area and in the knee area, which is quite cool. This is not healthy or anything like that, but I think the option to have this to display her in any way is like pretty cool, because you can just like put her downwards and let her sit from the shelf as well, which is quite nice. I would do that, but I have cats, so they're gonna try and kill her like they did with one of my Layla dolls. She only has 7 fingers. Anyway, I think this option is quite cool, because it gives, like, in comparison to the Witty dolls, like a little bit of a different feeling. The Witty dolls were easy like to snap, because sometimes you were able to bend them a little bit, but they always like kind of snapped inside and you couldn't like repair it, or so. These are a little bit easier to move, and I think if you be a little bit more careful, they won't break as easy. Anyway, all in all, I really like this doll. I think she's like really pretty, and yeah, she's just gorgeous if you look at her. So I hope you enjoyed this little doll review. And which doll do you like the most from this collection? I think it's either the Tecna one or the Flora one, because they're really pretty. But what's your opinion? Which do you like the most? And tell me down in the comments. I would be happy if you just follow us in our little fairy tale community here. I will post a Winx related video every Friday, and I think I'm gonna see you next Friday. So have a fantastic day. Bye.